So guys, let me be very clear in this video. And don't take what I say out of context. So you have to listen close. When I tell you guys, chosen ones can't work a job, right? What I mean by this is there are people in this world that have to show up to their job. Like, I have to go to work today, or so on and so forth. Which, I get it. People sometimes have to do what they have to do. Not everybody has the best situation on their hands. But if you are a true chosen one, you will get to a point. You will find a way where you are no longer in a position where you have to show up to this job. And even if you do continue to show up to a job, it's not because you have to. You simply choose to. And I think that is such a powerful thing in life, is picking and choosing what you want to do at all times. It's a very powerful position to be in. So when I say chosen ones can't work a job, I'm talking about the majority of true chosen ones. They can't be stuck. They can't be in a position where it's like, I have to work this job. They're just going to go nuts. Their vibration is way too high for everybody else in the workplace. They're probably going to get pissed off. When I was a young kid, I was in a position like that before. And I didn't necessarily have to work the job, but I felt I should. Because I was young, still living at my parents' house when I was just a teenager. And we've all been there. Majority of people have been there. And the fact that I was in that position, it just didn't sit well with me. And I even had independence before that happened. But I got to a point, like I said, things in life happen. So I got to that point, and I just remember being pissed at a lot of people at this workplace. And I remember I was working with this alcoholic. He was an older man. He was an alcoholic. So you can just think about that. This guy would get in shitty moods. And he did something that just pissed me off. Like, badly. And I told him, do not do that again. Does it again. So I went up to the boss and I told him, if this guy does this one more time, I'm going to take his head off. And I stared him right into his soul and I told him this, and he knew I was dead serious. And he was like, oh, well, if you're going to be like that, you won't be working here. So I just took my shit right off, left. And this is why I chose, this is just an example, but this is the main reason why true chosen ones cannot work a job. We're not meant to work a job. We're not meant to obey these low vibrational people, because most people in these jobs, they really are low vibrational. Ain't got a clue what's going on. So I think there's a huge difference between choosing to work a job and you don't even have to. Without this job, you're still good. Without this job, you still make money in other ways. But there is true power in picking and choosing what you want to do with your time and with your life. And I don't think 100% of the time a job is a bad thing. It just depends on your circumstances and where you stand. Because if you're really showing up to clock in, to give your time away, and you're getting somebody else paid more than you're getting paid, you're under this slave mindset where you're making somebody else richer and you can't really budge yourself. And like I said, things in life happen. Everybody's in a certain situation at some point. It's all about having a good head on your shoulders and getting yourself out of certain situations. Everybody's a young kid. Everybody works for somebody else. It's not always a bad thing to work for somebody else. But you have to know who you are. You have to know where you stand. And you will get out of life what you tolerate. Let me say that again. You will get out of life what you tolerate. Period. If you tolerate this job, and that's all you got, that's all you're going to get. If your head is bigger than this place, if your head is bigger than this job, if you got ideas, if you're ambitious, you can make things happen. You will have more than this job. Period. But it's all on you. And like I said, and I'll go back to this again, I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing 100% of the time to work a job. You could be in a position where you're getting paid real nicely. You enjoy showing up. You truly, truly do. You don't just tell yourself this, you truly do. You get paid nicely. You get treated properly. You make money in other ways. You have options. It's not a bad thing in this case. It's a whole different thing being in a position like that and being in a position where you got nothing else. I have to show up here to get paid. I got nothing else. That's not a good position to be in. You have one source of income. You are on the verge of poverty. And anybody can be in this position. It's all about being above that when it's all said and done. It's all about being above your current situation if you're in that situation right now. You can get yourself out of there. And if you are a true chosen one, you will. And right now, as we speak, if you got your freedom, if you can pick and choose what you want to do, if you are your own boss, your own CEO, you pick and choose what you want to do with your time, you are a chosen one. Congratulations. Because most people in this world are not chosen. We're talking about most. There's only a certain percentage of people in this world that are truly chosen. Truly. And if you are, and if you're not in the best situation right now in life, you will get yourself to that point. Even whenever I wasn't in the best situation, because we're all a young kid, like I said, at some point, I knew I always had it. Always. I never, ever, ever thought average. I never, ever, ever thought, well, maybe I'm just cut out for this, or no. Highly ambitious. I knew I had all the skills. I knew I had everything you can possibly think of to reach certain levels of success. And that's what being a chosen one is. It's always knowing you are something special, and don't let anybody else tell you any different, because only you know who you are. Only you know how you feel. Only you know your gifts. Nobody else can get into your head to see what you're thinking all the time, to see your ideas, to see your plans. Nobody truly knows how hard you can work. People don't truly know how smart you are. They just don't. Only you really do. So don't let anybody else tell you you're not special. Only you know if you're special, and that's the only thing that really matters. You know you can do something significant. You know you're talented. You know you will be in a better position than you're in. You just know it. And it's not delusion. Because there are some people in this world that truly are a little bit delusional. Because what they say does not match their actions, which you're under the category now of delusional. If you are ambitious, if you truly are taking action towards things you want, then you're not delusional. You're actually attempting, you're actually trying, you're actually putting in effort, you actually believe in yourself. That's the difference between delusional and reality of you're actually making progress. So, there you have it. And at the end of the day, the chosen ones will always prevail. And let me say it one more time. Chosen ones are not cut out to just work a job. Can they work a job? They can. They can. But that's not it. That's never going to be it. And eventually they'll never work a job ever again. If you're a chosen one, you will get to a point where you're not working for somebody else. You are working for yourself 100% of the time. Hands down. I never worked for somebody in my life for a long period of time. Never. The longest time I've ever kept one job, believe it or not, is 3 to 4 months, tops. That's how long I kept a job. And that's nuts. Because a lot of people have jobs a lot longer than that. And that just goes to show sometimes you can do something here to get a little bit more money, and you invest it in yourself, you invest it into your business, you invest it into something. Because that's how the world works. Sometimes you got to make money. Sometimes you got to make a sacrifice to make a certain amount of money, to take that certain amount of money to invest it into something, to make that something bigger. So now you can work for yourself. And it's not going to happen overnight. But the truth is, chosen ones will find a way. And in the end, they will work for themselves. 100% of the time. Chosen ones are no employees. And even if you are right now, you know in your head, you will not be an employee when it's all said and done. You might be an employee right now for a couple more years. Maybe 5 more years. But you know for a fact, you will not be an employee forever. You're doing what you're doing right now because maybe your current situation has called you to do this. Who knows what could happen. But like I said, guys, if you are a true chosen one, you are not cut out to just work a job. It's just not going to happen. Chosen ones, vibration way too high. You're way too smart. You're way too intelligent. You're way too gifted. You have something to bring to this world. And that is why you are chosen. You can't just throw that word out there occasionally. Yeah, I'm chosen. Yep. But your actions don't match those words of calling yourself chosen. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's really real. It's really real like that. So, this is my take on this video. And I think I spoke facts. Agreed to disagree, but I thought, from everything I mentioned in this video, it's pretty spot on. And like I said, you could find yourself in a current position or situation that is just not your final destination. That's okay. Everybody has to start somewhere. Everybody has to do something. But when it's all said and done, you will live out to who you're supposed to be. And that is a fact in your own mind. You know this. You know this. It doesn't matter what the negative people around you are saying. You know this about yourself. And you're going to bring it to life. And you're doing it today. You're doing it yesterday. You did it a year ago. You are bringing things into life. And you're not just saying words. You're literally bringing things into life. You are chosen. You know you're chosen. You're on that chosen path. You're on the path to greatness. You are a creator. Even if you are working that current job, you know that's not the end. You know you got something that's coming up that is going to be life changing. So, don't take this video out of context, like I said at the start. Only you know what's going on. Only you know if you're chosen or not. And you will have it figured out. But at the end of the day, chosen ones are their own boss. You can't be chosen if you're under somebody else's rules for the rest of your life. Sometimes you gotta trick the boss. You know, let them thinking that they're greater than you so you can make money off of them. And it's not even necessarily tricking them, it's the fact that they think they're so high up. They think they're better than you whenever you're actually chosen, you're working for them. They might think they're greater than you, little do they know. You're there to make your money and you're there to leave. You show up to make your money and then you leave. Because you go home and you work on what you want to work on yourself. And you will become greater than this man or woman that is your boss, most likely a man. And he has no idea what's coming. Your boss could probably disrespect you. Everything else. You never know what is going on. I know a lot of people go through a lot of things like this. And just know your time's coming. As long as you know it, as long as you know you're chosen, your time is coming. So keep working. Your current situation does not define you. I knew in the past, a long, long, long time ago, my current situations did not define me. I knew I was something a lot greater and more special than all these people in the workplace. I just knew it. No cockiness. I literally knew it. I knew it. And I brought that to reality. That boss I used to work for, not on my level. I could teach him some teachings. Not on my level. So, there you have it. This is my take on this video. And feel free to share your opinions in the comment section, but just know I'm speaking facts. 100%. And at the end of the day, chosen ones will always prevail.